Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to INFINOX Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for INFINOX on Friday the 16th of April. Now in today's video you're going to see that markets remain positive. Risk positive is normally speaking dollar negative, and what we're seeing at the moment is a really interesting move through the dollar downside as yields continue to fall. However, positive market moves certainly helping those equity markets to all-time highs. So it's a really interesting moment that we're sitting at on markets. These major forex pairs are key movements towards resistance levels that could be outlook changing moves. I've got euro dollar again today that I'm looking at. I'm also going to be looking at the gold chart as well. Now, in terms of what the factors driving these markets this week, we haven't really seen the dollar reacting positively to the strong US data that we've seen throughout this week. Although the industrial production numbers weren't that great, retail sales were really strong yesterday. Now, also, we're looking ahead to the Michigan sentiment numbers that we've got for April today, which could give an indication of how April retail sales could be looking. Now, we've also seen that Fed speakers that throughout this week haven't really done a great deal to help support the dollar either. Fed Chair Powell spoke again about tapering asset purchases, but didn't really help support the dollar. Is this an interesting shift for the dollar going on? At the end of this video, don't forget that we've got the INFINOX support and resistance table for your levels. Now, in terms of the markets we're looking out for today, as I said, euro dollar is a key move towards that 119.90 level of resistance. Is this a moment where euro dollar makes a decisive shift? And also looking at the gold chart, gold is breaking higher. It's looking to move through key resistance 1755 to 1765. I'll talk about the technical implications of that. And also what we've seen this week is an oil price breakout, moving above resistance on the Brent Crude Oil above 65.50. Now that opens $70. I'll talk about how that is affecting the charts. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, and with the INFINOX MT5 platform now, and just starting off with dollar index again, as I did the other day, we've seen this slide in the dollar back towards this key level of support of 91.25. That hasn't yet been broken. Interesting little pickup on the dollar yesterday as that RSI back around the 40 level. Basis of in near-term support, but can it hold? The question is on euro dollar, really. Euro dollar has been rising as again, it's a flip of that dollar index chart back towards this crucial level of resistance, 1990, just a shade above that on the intraday chart yesterday, but it hasn't yet broken through. And it's a key level of resistance on the upside, because you can see here that the RSI has sort of started to move into the mid to high 50s, and it really does look as though it's starting to gain some sort of traction. But can it break through that level of resistance? Looking on the 4-hour chart, little shading rollover. There's a slight hint of an hourly chart head and shoulders top pattern, and that could see the market sort of dragging back towards the 1910, 1920 mark. You can see that as breakout level of old resistance on the 4-hour chart, and that could be an opportunity there for a pullback, but how the market responds around that level would be interesting. But interesting that it's not managing yet to break through that key resistance. Onto the gold chart, gold breaking through the level of 1955. That now completes a double bottom base pattern, breaking through decisively on a strong bull candle yesterday. It hasn't quite made it through the 1965 level of resistance that I'm taking on a closing basis would mean that it's confirming the move, but you can see the improvement in the RSI momentum into the mid to high 50s, and I've put in the chart here this target area for gold and the recovery. Now you measure the base pattern depth, and then you project that higher, so that gives you around about 1720 to 1740 area. So you're looking definitely towards the 1720, I would say, as a potential, sorry, the 1820 level of resistance there that comes in from these old levels back in January, February. So a really important moment. Can gold decisively now break through these moving averages, take that resistance, take that momentum higher, and move on? And finally, onto the oil chart for Brent Crude. I did this as a written report on the website, and it's broken through the key level of resistance of 65.50. That is a really important breakout on a near-term basis, and it really does open the upside once more, because you've got the momentum indicator on the RSI improving by the day. You've got the strong strengthening candles, bull candles going through, another one yesterday, early morning today, and that essentially becomes a base pattern. You can give an implied target of around 69 to 70 bucks area. So that could well be the next target area, and that's where the resistance on oil comes in. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. Join me again on Monday, where we'll be looking at how the dollar reacts around these crucial levels, and we're looking at some more charts which reflect that. So I will leave you with the INFINOX support and resistance table, and I'll speak to you again next week. Thank you very much.